What's up, everybody? This is EchoLynx. Today, we're in the DNS in detail room. Task number 1. What is DNS? Think of the internet like a giant city. Every device has a street address called an IP address, 4 numbers separated by dots, like 104.26.10.229. Those are hard to remember. DNS, short for Domain Name System, is the internet's phone book. You type a human-friendly name like TryHackMe.com. DNS looks up the matching IP behind the scenes, and your browser goes to the right place. That's the whole magic. Names in, numbers out. Now the quick check at the end. Question: what does DNS stand for? Answer: Domain Name System. Task number 2 is the domain hierarchy. Read domain names from right to left. The far right piece is the TLD, top-level domain, things like .com, .org, .gov, or country codes like .uk and .ca. Just to the left is the second-level domain, SLD. That's the actual name you register. In TryHackMe.com, TryHackMe is the SLD and .com is the TLD. Anything to the left of that is a subdomain. For example, admin.tryhackme.com or jupiter.servers.tryhackme.com. Each chunk between dots is called a label. Labels can be up to 63 characters and may only use a to-z, 0 to 9, and hyphens. Labels can't start or end with a hyphen and can't have consecutive hyphens. You can chain lots of labels, but the full finished name, dots included, must be 253 characters or less. There are 2 big TLD families in this room. GTLDS, generic like .com, .org, .online, and CCTLDS, country code like .uk.ca. Something like .co.uk sits under the .uk country code, so the room expects you to treat it as a CCTLD. Time for questions. What is the maximum length of a subdomain? 63. Which of the following characters cannot be used in a subdomain? 3b_. Answer: underscore. What is the maximum length of a domain name? 253. What type of TLD is .co.uk? CCTLD. Task number 3. Record types. DNS is more than name, website. It stores different record types, so apps know exactly where to go and how to talk. An A record maps a name to an IPv4 address, like 104.26.10.229. An AAAA, quad A, record maps a name to an IPv6 address, like 2606:4700:20:681AA:BE5. A name is an alias. Your name points to another name, e.g. store.tryhackme.com or shops.shopify.com. And then the resolver looks up the A/AAAA of that target. MX records tell the world which mail servers handle email for a domain, and they include a priority so senders know which server to try first. TXT records are free text, commonly used for domain ownership checks and email policies, SPF/DKIM. Question: what type of record would be used to advise where to send email? MX. What type of record handles IPv6 addresses? AAAA. Task number 4. Making a request. When you type a domain, your computer asks, "Do I already know this?" It checks its local cache first. If not, it asks a recursive DNS server, usually your ISPs, though you can choose others. If the recursive has it cached, it answers right away. If not, the journey starts. The recursive asks a root server, which points it to the right TLD server, e.g. .com. The TLD server says, ask the authoritative name server for that domain. The authoritative server stores the actual records, A, AAAA, MX, etc. It replies with the answer. The recursive caches it for a while and returns it to you. That, for a while, is controlled by TTL, a number in seconds that says how long the answer should be kept before asking again. Questions: what field specifies how long a DNS record should be cached for? TTL, time to live. What type of DNS server is usually provided by your ISP? Recursive DNS server. What type of server holds all the records for a domain? Authoritative DNS server. Task number 5. Practical. Open the site on the right and use the tool to query DNS, just like you would on your own machine. It also shows the exact command you'd run locally. Now, read the questions and plug in the answers. What is the CNAME of shop.website.thm? shops.myshopify.com. What is the value of the TXT record of website.thm? Copy the exact brace-wrapped value shown in the tool and paste it. What is the numerical priority value for the MX record? 30. What is the IP address for the A record of www.website.thm? 10.10.10.10.10. That's it. Run those queries in the lab, paste the results, and you're done.